Today we are very happy to have our acapella team, the Exchange, to have an interview with us. So can you all introduce yourself to our students?
Hello everyone, my name is Jamal, I sing baritone with the group.
My name is Richard, I'm the beatboxer.
My name is Fredo, I sing tenor 2.
Hi, I'm Christopher, I'm the bass.
Hey, I'm Aaron and I sing tenor 1.
Okay, so is it the first time you come to Hong Kong to perform the acapella?
No, this is actually our third time in Hong Kong, but this is our first time here as the Exchange, part of the festival.
So what is your impression of Hong Kong people, or even Hong Kong students?
Oh, well, we just love the audiences here in Hong Kong. People are so friendly and so warm, and we just did two big concerts at Queen Elizabeth Stadium, and the fans were going crazy. They were screaming and jumping, and that's exactly the kind of audience we like to have. So we love performing here in Hong Kong. It's our favorite place.
So how do you feel that, what's the difference between those Hong Kong audiences and audiences in America?
I think Hong Kong audiences are very well behaved at first, but I think once you give them permission to go crazy, I think everybody here is ready to have a good time. Yeah.
Well, talking about the audiences in America, I know that you five have met in the NBC's television channel called the Sing-Off competition. So what do you learn from that competition, and how do you think the competition is?
Well, that competition was a lot of work. It was we all had a part in the show, whether we were competing or assisting in making the show, recording, things like that, and it really taught us how to be professional musicians and all of the hard work that has to go into making good music.
Yeah, and your band name is The Exchange. And how do you get this name?
We call ourselves The Exchange. When you're forming a band, you have to think about it. Who are we? It's a big thing to say. And we decided to call ourselves The Exchange because we think it means something. It stands for what music stands for, which is that music can unite people from around the world, even though you and I are so different, right? You're from here and I'm from a place that is literally the opposite side of the globe, and yet I'm hanging out with you and now we're friends. We're going to end up being Facebook friends, we'll stay in touch, and why? It's because of music. So we kind of think that that's pretty powerful, and we wanted people to know that music is the way that people can exchange values, ideas, cultures, and realize that we're not so different as we might think.
Yeah, right. So that's why that when we are talking about your music, we always talk about love. So you have really love inside the program. And how can you get those ideas like love and to music? How can you get the ideas of your songs?
How do we get the ideas for our songs? Well, the biggest thing is we try to pick songs that people are going to know, that they can sing along with us, because then we create a connection. If we wanted to do really random songs that nobody's ever heard of, then they're not going to be as engaged with us. So that's the first thing when we pick songs, is we want to pick things that we think people will like, and then we know that they'll connect with us and they'll get to feel our good vibes to the music.
Right, and I know that you have a lot of variety in the songs. Like we have folk music, we have soul music. So what genre do you like most? Like, or is that every members have their own talent or specialities in that?
Well, I think that's what's kind of what we feel. You know, when people say what's most special about you, some people might think, especially producers, might think, oh, well, we need to have a specific thing that you present. You know, you have, like, for example, you have One Direction. You know One Direction? They all are very much the same. They come from the same kind of background and they present one type of music. But we are embracing the fact that we're so different. So we all come from different types of musical backgrounds, and we have different strengths in music. And at first, we were wondering, this is a big task. How on earth are we going to create a united group coming from such different styles? But it somehow is working out because we're celebrating the fact that we're so different. And together it brings together something that's pretty powerful, we think, and invites as many people as possible out there to be involved.
Right, so you think that everything what makes you success is that everything is different. So do you think that like other successful factors that you think these changes better than other cappella team, or you can be those better than most of the teams, most of singers?
Oh, I don't know that we're better because it's very hard to judge music in terms of what's good and what's bad, because what may be somebody's favorite thing may be the other person's least favorite thing. But I will say that we are unique. We're unique. We're special because we embrace not only our differences but also our similarities. And also, I can say that especially for American a cappella groups, not many of them like to travel around as much as we do. And in fact, we haven't done many performances in the United States. Most of our performances have been in other countries. And I think that makes us pretty special, is that we really try to spread our music all over the world, not just in the US, where there's a lot of a cappella already. We want to get out and see things and meet people, and I think that makes us special and kind of unique.
And I want to say, I think that's kind of part of the point of us, is that we don't look at music as something that's competitive, that's who is better than somebody else. It's much more about, that creates people separating, right? That creates people feeling like, I'm better, you're not as good. We want it to be, we all are part of something. So it's much more about how can we include as many people as possible in our great big party that we call the exchange.
Right, I think you have already pointed out a very important point, that is, we don't really compare music. We love music, and then we enjoy the music, and audiences will also love your music. And I think that it's really successful. But you know, success comes from failure. Have you found any challenges or obstacles when you performed or even created the song?
Before we answer this, can we say that you are the smartest interviewer?
Yeah.
We've done interviews on national television that have not been as smart and meaningful questions, and you're doing it with, I don't know where you learned English. I guess it's this school, but it is pretty much the best English we've heard too. So you're very articulate and smart, and thank you for asking such great questions.
Yeah.
It's exactly true. Success only comes knowing what failure is, and I guess it's also recognizing that failure isn't failure. It's just an experience that gives you more potential to succeed.
Yeah.
And absolutely, every single day you face many failures. Whether it's the fact that you can't hear yourselves because certain microphones or speakers or monitors aren't working, or whether it's the fact that we do find a moment of difference, that maybe someone grew up a certain way that had them learn something that's different from someone else, and you just butt heads. But all of these things are ways to realize potential. If we're different, maybe it's a chance to learn. Or if the monitors are not working, maybe it's a chance to turn off the microphone and sing without anything, as natural as we can be. And another thing is that sometimes you do have failures. Maybe you're planning a performance and it doesn't go through. You know, it doesn't end up happening. And you're sad because you wanted to sing for those people. You look at it as a learning experience to help you plan another one. And I think that it really helps to make a group. You're right, and it's very astute that that any type of failure is a potential for success.
Right, so that's why you are always successful now. When we are seeing you, and we are seeing you practicing beforehand. Wow, that's so powerful. And many students come and try to see how good this is, and they're looking forward to that. And that means, do you think, how do you expect the coming performance to our students, like workshop, the performance?
Well, what we've noticed is that students can be very polite until we, like Richard said, until we give them permission to go crazy. So we're expecting a lot of energy. That's what we try to bring to our show, is a lot of energy. We try to engage people and exchange with people. So we're expecting that it might take a song or two, but that we're going to get people up, clapping and dancing. Maybe we'll teach them how to beatbox. Maybe we'll teach them some songs. And I don't know, I'm expecting a really good show here. I'm excited.
And I'm sorry to dwell on this, but like, I don't know what to expect after this interview, of how brilliant you are.
And apart from today's performance, I know that you're going to have a performance tomorrow, and even the day after tomorrow, in the Hong Kong Cultural Center, the Plaza, and also the Shanghai Town Plaza. So do you think that people will come and see, and how would they what have the feedback to you? They're very crazy. You think they would like the photographic area is very crazy, dancing all the time, so you just have different kind of comments or expectations?
Well, I hope that they come out and see us. Shows like this are nice because you get to connect with people very closely. And so it will change the show altogether when we're actually up on a big stage and big sound system and everything, because we have a little bit more connection. So we hope that everybody that's here today can come out and check the show out, because it'll maybe be a different experience.
Yeah, and we're also going to get to do a lot more music then. We're doing 2 sets with a lot of our songs, so a lot of songs we don't get to do today, we'll get to do there, and some of them are really fun, and some of them are surprises that we're just now learning, so I think it's going to be really good.
And also we have actually, you're the first that we're telling about a cool announcement, is that after our performance, we're going to be having a signing where anybody who didn't get a chance to hang out with us and talk, because I know we wanted to meet everybody after every show and every workshop that we did, but we have a very quick schedule here and we're being rushed all around, so we haven't had the chance to meet everybody that we wanted to and everybody that wanted to meet us. But afterwards, we're going to take a solid amount of time to sign and take pictures, and any questions that anybody has or anything, we're going to get some time to really make those friends that we were talking about.
Right, so I think this is the end of the interview, and thank you for having this interview with us, and thank you for your time, and so good show.
Thank you.